Since the last time we did this, MSI has expanded and upgraded their lineup a ton, including, excuse me, what are you doing?
MSI sponsored this video. They want us to use the new branding without the dragon.
MSI can get rid of the dragon when I say they can get rid of the dragon. Bring it back.
Okay, I'll drag in Lucky.
Get out. Anyway, the package that MSI sent over is packed with their latest features and hardware, including an $1,100 motherboard and some categories of products that they didn't even make last time around, which can't seem like this. Are you okay, buddy?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Tell you what, I know what'll make you feel better. Why don't you say the thing?
Roll the intro.
Last time we did this, we kicked things off with an Intel CPU, but what in the world could that be? The AMD Ryzen 9800 X3D features 2nd Gen 3D V-Cache, 8 Zen 5 cores, and even overclocking capabilities for the best possible gaming experience. Of course, we're also going to need a motherboard, but don't worry, we've got quite the motherboard for it. Oh gracious, it's heavy. The new godlike X870E costs as much as an entire computer, and I guarantee is more motherboard than most people will ever need, but MSI still wants to show it off because this thing is packed with unique features that, after taking a look at them, I think could eventually trickle down to boards for regular humans and outright change the motherboard game. First up is this interesting magnetic attachment that they're calling EasyLink. You know those motherboards that have connectors on the back for cleaner cable management? Well, this takes that concept in a different direction and consolidates all of the motherboard's connectors in the top right for easy management. Just make sure that your diamond-encrusted case has the extra space that you need to the right of the board to accommodate all of these cables. Next up, by the way, Elijah, don't think I didn't notice this dragon here, is the M.2 Expander Z slider. See, if the 5 onboard M.2 slots aren't enough for you, this adds 2 more Gen 5 slots, and the best part is they can be accessed from the back of the PC without ever opening the case. Now, they're not hot swappable yet, but this little asterisk here seems to indicate that that could be a possibility in the future. I mean, imagine it. Your internet is down. You forgot to download COD on your PC. You can rip the game drive out of your buddy's system, throw it in here, slide it in like a magazine, copy the files, and boom! Nothing. Because COD's not going to let you play without an internet connection anyway. Now, obviously I'm being a little facetious here. I actually kind of love the idea of using M.2 gumstick drives as SD cards for megaballers, however impractical it might be. Then finally, this has got to be just about the most stacked I/O that I have ever seen on a consumer motherboard. It kind of looks like that "what gamers actually want" meme. Realistically, there's too much to list it all out, so we're going to toss it on screen and you can pause if you want to read all the specs. Finally, MSI boasts supported memory speeds of over 9,000 mega transfers per second. Over 9,000! But this one gets a little complicated.
It only supports it at 9,000 for 1 stick per channel, and it's got to be single rank.
Ah, yes. We haven't talked much about single rank versus dual rank memory, but here's the TLDR. A rank is a grouping of memory blocks that are connected over a 64-bit memory bus. If all of the blocks on the memory in a stick are grouped together, that's single rank. If they're split into 2, well, that's dual rank. So what does that mean? Well, typically, at the same operating frequency, dual rank memory will outperform single rank memory thanks to memory interleaving. But the complexity of addressing dual rank memory means that it's harder to overclock to higher megatransfers per second. So the more ranks you have, the harder your memory controller has to work, and the lower the speed that your RAM will run.
Making matters even more complicated, it's not always obvious if the stick is single or dual rank, but you can bet that higher capacity DIMMs will be dual rank. So because MSI doesn't produce RAM themselves, we've gone with a pair of 48GB Dominator Titaniums from Corsair at 6,400 mega transfers per second on our godlike board.
Oh, speaking of Corsair, we used them last time for our SSD, but just a few short months later, MSI entered the SSD game. So this time, we're gonna be using their latest and greatest, the Spatium M580, a 4 terabyte Gen 5 SSD with rated speeds of 14.1 gigabytes per second reads and 12.6 gigabytes per second writes. And also, it comes with a gigantic tower cooler. Let's go, gamers. All right, let's get this business installed. Oh, is that a toolless mechanism? Cool. Now, the Spatium will obviously be our boot drive, but we also wanted to check out the Expander Z sliders. So we grabbed an extra 8 terabyte drive from our inventory because, let's face it, we can afford an $1,100 motherboard, so we can afford this.
Do you not want to put it in the case first?
Nope. I want to see it in all of its glory. If you made me show it off without this in it, that would be glory partial. I want glory whole. I broke him. He tried not to laugh, he can't. It seems like the entire industry has gone 011 dynamic style, but in an effort to differentiate their offering, MSI has added curved glass to the mix with their Maestro 700 LPZ. There's not really a lot to say here other than, ooh, shiny. And for $400, I would certainly hope it is. Actually, I lied. There's a lot to say about it. It supports up to eATX motherboards. It has a front USB 3.2 Gen 2x2, so that is a 20 gigabit per second front USB port. It has this cool little window at the back, which you will need in order to build your computer because this curved aluminum piece here is continuous and doesn't come off. And it has excessive radiator support. Like I'm talking up to a 360 millimeter in the top, a 120 in the back, a 360 on the side, and up to a 360 in the bottom. That gives us a lot of options for cooling, but because we're using an AIO, specifically the Core Liquid E360, we're gonna use the top slot to keep our pump at the lowest point in the loop, and we're gonna fill up the rest of our slots with, yes, that's right, friends, even more MSI. They're easy 120A RGB fans. These are pretty cool. They use a magnetic connector in place of your typical fan and RGB cables, making the setup much easier and cleaner. Man, nothing makes you appreciate these. Blink. And everything's hooked up. Like dealing with the regular fans. We're gonna get all the RGB hooked up though, so take a minute. While Elijah works on remounting our bottom fans for the 3rd time, I wanna talk about our GPU. This is the Supreme Liquid X 4090. It has its own integrated, Supreme. It's got a red sticker on it, look. Anyway, the point is, it's got a 240 millimeter radiator on it, and I can't believe I'm gonna say this, but going with a water-cooled card like this, maybe not that ridiculous in this specific build. See, the thing is, some air-cooled 4090s are really wide, like up to 4 slots wide, which would limit our access to this motherboard's PCIe slots. But this card, only 2 slots wide, which, well, wouldn't have made a difference because our next down slot is all the way down here. But hey, they've both got lots of breathing room. And all it cost us is $2,800. Though in fairness, a regular 4090 is like $2,000 anyway. I need to get this out to do B-roll. Is there a thing?
There is. It's this button.
No way!
Yeah.
Oh, GPU release button.
And it holds it, so if you let go of the button, it's open now.
Dude, what the heck? Did you see how many flipping headers this thing has?
Oh yeah.
2 of the OG USB front headers, 2 of the new Type-C ones. What case has any of that connectivity?
This is the last motherboard you'll need for AM5. Linus had to go start WAN, so I'm gonna install the power supply, which is another category MSI has actually gotten into since the last time we built their computer. And this is their flagship AI 1300P. We actually ran it through a quick test with Lucas in the power supply tester in labs, and he described it as nothing crazy impressive or bad, which is more than I can say about some other products that has AI in their branding. And 1300 watts should be plenty for a 4090 or a other high-end GPUs. The leaks about the 50, okay, whatever.
Now that everything's built, we're almost ready to game. All we gotta do is lay out our LTT mouse pad.
No LTT mouse pad. We have to use MSIs.
Can we have ours under theirs?
What do you guys think?
Thanks for voting yes. Ooh, that's kind of cool. I'm not sure how much I love the Surface, but it looks amazing.
Some of the marketing they have for it is fast cooling surface, so your like wrists and hands don't like get it all too sweaty.
Splash and moisture proof. They know us better than we'd probably like them to. Especially you. For our keyboard and mouse, MSI sent over their Forge GK310 combo. For $70, you could probably buy a better mouse or a better keyboard, but as a bundle that's going for just $50 at the time of filming, it's not a bad value. Easily multiple times better than that Tommy Hilfiger kit that we looked at a couple of years ago. These seem like odd choices considering the caliber of the rest of the components.
When I asked MSI just to send whatever they want for each category, this is what they chose for the mouse and keyboard.
Okay, they have better stuff. Maybe we'll link some of their better stuff below.
As well as everything else. It'll all be linked below.
Like this is what I'm talking about. The MPG 271 QRX. This is a 1440p, 360 hertz QD OLED display. This is like the top of the flipping line. What does it do, like 1,000 nits peak brightness for HDR? Yeah, 1,000 nits peak brightness, not to mention near instantaneous pixel response times. Not to mention it looks absolutely flippin' gorgeous. I mean, not right now, I gotta turn it on. Give me a sec, okay? Ooh, let's go. Man, how sick does this look compared to the last All MSI PC?
It looks pretty good.
Like, it doesn't feel like in the moment that the industrial design of computer hardware is changing that much. But then you wait 4 years and you build a machine and you're like, oh, right. Yeah, that looks sick. By the way, how do we end up with white RAM? Are you gonna blame MSI again?
They wanted Corsair RAM. These were the highest dim Corsairs at the fastest speed that would work. That's why I chose them. I chose speed.
Wait, what is this background?
When I got it all set up, it popped up, hey, do you want to install all this MSI stuff, including the wallpaper? And I said, sure. I didn't know it was just an ad for their motherboards.
MSI, we already bought the motherboard. That's the exact motherboard we have. What are we playing?
I installed Dragon Age, Dragon Ball Fighter, Far Cry Blood Dragon, or Yakuza Like a Dragon.
Yeah, Dragon.
Thanks, MSI.
It's lucky you did that. Oh, great. Don't you love this about modern gaming?
While we wait, let's take a look at the new Claw.
Oh, the worth buying Claw.
Oh, sorry, actually, this is going on short circuit. You're not allowed to open it.
Is this a bit?
I'm not even kidding.
No, this is the Battle Mage Claw, right?
Correct, you're not allowed opening it.
But
Go subscribe to Short Circuit, you'll see it there.
oh, she's smooth. Dude, this game at these settings
This is really pretty.
is kind of pretty, and also still only manages like 75 FPS in the lows. Good Lord, I think I even saw a stutter there.
Do you want to try a different game to push the frame rate? We also could try the new Indiana Jones game, because we have the recommended specs for Ultra.
Dude, I would probably use DLSS on a game like this.
On the requirements for this game, if you wanted to hit 4K Ultra 60, you had to use DLSS. Your frames are dropping in the menu.
Oh, no!
Holy crap, this looks incredible.
That's a pretty game. Can I change my camera view?
No, it's first person in this game.
Is it?
Yeah, this game's first person.
Why the hell am I playing with a controller then? Why would they say the controller is the optimal way to play it? Seriously?
A is to clear bushes? That's a pretty dumb way to do that.
We don't see his face.
Maybe it's not Indiana Jones.
Maybe it's Shia LaBeouf. Here we go.
Oh, there's Harrison Ford.
Well, if you can afford a system like this, you can definitely play the new Indiana Jones game.
Wow.
At 60 FPS.
On 1440.
Wow. Oh yeah.
We're 1440, we're not even 4K.
Wait, no, we're not even 1440. I'm using DLSS. Let's try something that should be a little more reasonable to run. How many FPS? We got 600. Oh, damn it. No.
That's insane.
No, come on!
Come on, get one human kill. You can do it.
Yeah, let's
He
go.
was playing like a bot, but. Oh,
Let's
double
go.
snipe!
Let's go!
Linus
Let's
has never
go!
played this well before.
No way! This is officially the greatest computer I've ever used. I'm positive. Anyway, in summary, this is an extremely fast computer with extremely fast things in it. We synchronized our RGB with MSI's Mystic Spark RGB software. And if you guys enjoyed this video, what are you doing?
You have a lucky puppet.
You can check out the last time we did an All MSI PC. It's crazy to think that was 4 years ago. I had a beard, a better personality, and everything's gone downhill since then. What is wrong with you?
I didn't script that. You script reviewed it and checked it.
I did not.
I added it in after.
That I believe.
Thanks, MSI.
You're so red. You're redder than him.